I'm going to talk about the difference between a charge and administrative action under Major AGAI 67. A charge concerns laying an allegation that an individual has committed a crime. Major AGAI 67 concerns an allegation that an individual has failed the service test. So a charge is where an individual is accused of some sort of criminal activity. That could be criminal activity such as theft or burglary or assault, which is comparable to civilian criminal law, or it could be offences under the Armed Forces Act that are specific to the military, such as conduct prejudicial to good order and discipline. By comparison, Major AGAI 67 concerns a failure of the service test. As a general rule, it seems that Major AGAI 67 falls into two categories. Either there is a personal failing, such as an individual having an affair, or it follows an individual being convicted in the civilian courts and therefore bringing the military into disrepute as a result of the conviction. So Major AGAI 67, if an individual is found to have breached the service test, that is not a criminal matter. It does not result in a criminal record. By comparison, an individual who is charged, whether they go in front of their commanding officer for summary hearing or whether they go to court-martial, if they are convicted either by their commanding officer or at court-martial, that will result in a criminal record. So the two systems are different. Charge concerns an allegation of criminal activity. Major AGAI 67 concerns an allegation of failure of the service test. The two systems are distinct from one another. Under charge, under the criminal system, the standard of proof is beyond reasonable doubt. That means that a commanding officer or a board at court-martial have to be persuaded beyond reasonable doubt that an individual has committed the offence. And if they cannot be convinced beyond reasonable doubt that the individual did commit the offence, then the individual is entitled to be acquitted, found not guilty. The standard of proof at Major AGAI is much lower. The standard is on a balance of probabilities. That means more likely than not, effectively anything above 50%. It means that the standard of proof required for an individual to have been found to have breached the service test under Major AGAI 67 is much lower than that under charge. So an individual who is charged with a criminal offence, the standard of proof, and it is for the prosecution to prove the allegation, the standard of proof has to be beyond reasonable doubt, and they are innocent until proven guilty. At Major AGAI 67, the standard of proof is simply more likely than not.